Good morning. The final help for today, for this week, is found in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 21. And the verse says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." You know, this week we've talked about tithe, we've talked about time, we've talked about the importance of talents, not hiding your talents, but today I'd like to conclude with your treasure. You know, the Bible tells us that where our treasure is, that's where your heart is also going to be. Uh, Sometimes we kind of check out mentally. You ever been guilty of that? I know I have sometimes. Sometimes we get used to certain things, or sometimes we forget what a blessing it truly is to serve the Lord in a certain aspect in the ministry. But can I remind us today that where our treasure is, that's where our heart will also be. Put everything you got into your ministry this week. Put everything you got into your ministry this year, not just this week. Sometimes we make decisions just, out of emotion. But may it not just be an emotion. May it be something that we truly want to see done for the Lord. When we give it our all, our treasure is in the right, when our heart is in the right spot, everything else will just flow. It will just happen. We don't have to try to force anything. We don't have to try to make something happen. Give your best to. We sing that song, uh, um, "Is your all on the altar?" And it's true. Is your all truly on the altar? May I just encourage you this year to give it your best, not just at the beginning of the year, but to keep our foot on the pedal, on the gas, and make sure that we strive throughout this entire year.